mis pesares, ojos de papel volando, negrita de mis pesares, ojos de papel volando, a todos diles que sí, pero no les digas cuando así me dijiste a mí, por eso vivo penando. ¡Y viva México, sí señor! A mi negra que la quiero ver aquí, con su rebozo de seda que le traje de Tepic. Cuando me traes a mi negra que la quiero ver aquí, con su rebozo de seda que le traje de Tepic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Las Vegas, Nevada. Where are the Mexicans at? Where are my Mexicans at? Thank y'all for coming out. This is Noche UFC and the ceremonial weigh-in for UFC Fight Night. Grasso versus Shevchenko 2. Tomorrow night, we celebrate Mexican Independence Day. We're taking over the T-Mobile Arena and your main event for the Flyweight Championship of the world. How about a hand for the Octagon Girls? Luciana Andrade, Brooklyn Wren. Matchmaker to the stars, Sean Shelby is here. The powerful Hunter Campbell, ready to go. 11 fights coming your way tomorrow, live from T-Mobile Arena. We begin with an ESPN Plus prelim in the UFC Women's Strawweight Division. Josephine Thunder Coots versus Marnik, the sawed-off Savage Man. First fighter to the stage, making her UFC debut here on Saturday, Marnik Man. .115, the official weight for Marnik Man. And her opponent also making her UFC debut, Josephine Thunder Knutson. Official weight 115.5 for Josephine Knutson. Next prelim matchup comes your way in the UFC lightweight division. Alex the Executioner Reyes versus Charlie the Cannibal Campbell. First athlete to the stage, please welcome UFC newcomer, Charlie Campbell. 155, the official weight for Charlie Campbell. And his opponent back for the first time in a long time, the Executioner, Alex Reyes. $155.5, the official weight for Alex Reyes. Next up, we got a banger in the UFC Women's Flyweight Division. Tracy Cortez versus Jasmine Jazzius. First fighter to the stage out of Niagara, Ontario, Canada, Jasmine Jazzius. $125.5 for Jasmine Jazzius. And her opponent, the 14th ranked flyweight in the world, Tracy Cortez. $126 for Tracy Cortez. Next prelim is in the flyweight division for the men. Edgar Chiesa versus Daniel Miojo Lacerda. First fighter to the stage, Miojo Daniel Lacerda. $125.5, the official weight for Daniel Lacerda. And his opponent, Redmond, Mexicali, Mexico, Chicali, Edgar Gutierrez. $126, the official weight for Edgar Gutierrez. Next fight comes your way in the middleweight division. Roman Kopylov versus Josh Fremd. First fighter to the scale is Josh Fremd. $185.5, the official weight for Josh Fremd. And his opponent, Russia's Roman Kopylov. Official weight, $185.5 for Roman Kopylov. All right, now we get to the featured prelim in the women's strawweight division. Lupi Godinez versus Elise Reed. First fighter out, please welcome Elise Reed. $115.5, the official weight for Elise Reed. And her opponent, proudly Redmond, Aguas Calientes, Lupi Godinez. Noche UFC. First fight on the main card in the featherweight division. Fernando Padilla versus Kyle Nelson. First athlete to the stage, Kyle, the Monster Nelson. .146, the official weight for Kyle Nelson. And his opponent repping Chihuahua, Mexico, El Valiente, Fernando Padilla.
Take your shirt off.
145.5 for Fernando Padilla. All right, next main card matchup comes your way in the UFC lightweight division. Daniel Golden Boy Zell Hoover versus Christos, the Spartan Yagos. First fighter out, please welcome Christos Yagos. .156, the official weight for Christos Yagos. And his opponent fighting out of Mexico City, the Golden Boy, Daniel Zell Hoover. Woo! Woo! 156, the official weight for Daniel Zell Hoover. Now we get to a featured bout in the bantamweight division. Raul El Nino Problema Rosas Jr. versus Terence Mitchell. First athlete out, Team Mitch, Terence Mitchell. .135.5, the official weight for Terence Mitchell. And his opponent, El Nino Problema, Raul Rosas Jr. .135 for Raul Rosas Jr. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we get to the co-main event. How good is this in the welterweight division? Kevin Trailblazer Holland versus Jack Della Madalena. First welterweight to the stage, number 14 in the world, Jack Della Madalena. .171, the official weight for Jack Della Madalena. And his opponent, the 13th ranked welterweight contender, Kevin Trailblazer Holland. .170.5, the official weight for Kevin Holland. right, folks, now it is time to take a closer look at the women on the marquee, the two championship athletes that share the spotlight in tomorrow night's main event. Take a look. Well, Mexico is as proud a fighting nation as there is in the world, and no woman from that great nation has realized a UFC title. That is what is in front of Alexa Grasso here tonight. Valentina Shevchenko looking to make it 8 successive flyweight title defenses.
I prepared myself for so many years, so when the fight started, I felt amazing.
Oh! Huge connection by Grasso!
Wobbled her.
Well, for a long time, Valentina Shevchenko was just knifing through contenders without so much as being challenged. That has changed.
All the fight, I was chasing her all the time to be the hunter. When I saw that she spun, I took her back and I said, this fight, it's mine. This is going to be over right now.
Oh! That is getting tight. I think she got it! Oh, she got it!
Alexa Grasso is your former champion!
Oh my goodness!
Another one for Mexico! And the most incredibly dominant reign in UFC women's flyweight history comes to an end.
What a victory for Alexa Grasso, and what a victory for Mexico.
It's amazing to fight for your dreams, to have the life that you always wanted since you were a little kid. And I just hope that all the Mexican girls that come after me, they can do this 10 times better than I did. I know that the only way to help MMA in Mexico to grow a lot more is achieving more goals for myself and representing Mexico all over the world. I worked so hard for this moment. I'm a better Alexa every single day, every single fight, and I want to keep this belt in Mexico, so I'm going to give everything I have to defend, to keep it, and to win this fight again.
This one loss doesn't change anything, because my soul is soul of champion. My focus right now is to get back what is mine, to get back what was mine for a long time, and to prove to the people that I'm still here, I'm still on the top, I'm still the best from the best. So tonight, Grasso will see the most explosive, the most powerful, the most dangerous version of Bullet Valentina.
Valentina Shevchenko!
This time, it's gonna be no mercy.
I want Valentina to feel my power, my strength, my determination, and no matter how hard it is, I'm gonna finish her again.
Oh my goodness! Shock the world!
This fight, September 16th, it's gonna be different fight. I know what to expect from her, but she doesn't feel what is real Bullet Valentina is.
Shevchenko will go down as one of the all-time greats.
One of the absolute most lethal strikers in all of MMA.
She can run, she can hide, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna break her, and leave the octagon with a belt.
All right, folks, here we go. The main event for the undisputed UFC Women's Flyweight Championship of the world. First fighter to the stage, the challenger, former champion, future Hall of Famer, Valentina "Bullet" Shevchenko. Official weight 124.5. For the challenger, Valentina Shevchenko. And her opponent, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Flyweight Champion, repping Guadalajara, Mexico, Alexa Grasso. 124.5, the official weight for Alexa Grasso. All right, we will first step over here and talk to the former champion, the great Valentina Shevchenko. It's been amazing to watch you all week handle the media, the crowd, the pressure. One more sleep. Any final thoughts as to what might be different in the rematch against Alexa Grasso?
Para todos, para Valentina Shevchenko, una campeona de todo. Fue lindo verte toda esta semana. Pensamientos finales a todos acá antes de esta tremenda pelea.
Tomorrow is a grand day, and with all my heart, power, and spirit, I will step in the battle. We will do it together, and thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much. There she is, folks. Valentina Shevchenko. All right, now we step over here and talk to the woman of the moment. The fighter many of you have come to see, the champ, Alexa Grasso. Great to watch you handle the championship spotlight all week. Any final thoughts on the eve of your first title defense?
Con la mujer del momento, la campeona, Alexa Grasso, por favor, pensamientos finales antes de esta pelea.
Primero, gracias a todos por asistir aquí. Es una gran noche, es un gran fin de semana. Vamos a dar todo para quedarnos ese cinturón.
For everyone, obviously this is a great weekend. We're going to give everything, and we're going to come out with that belt again.
Alexa Grasso, all the best tomorrow night. Las Vegas, thank y'all for coming out. If you don't have tickets, box office is right there. One more sleep, we'll see you tomorrow night.